G'day folks, how you going? It's Brad from the Headshot Guys here again, and I'm going to talk to you today, of course, about headshots, and more in particular about the preparation that you make or that people make before they have their headshot session. Now, it's a little bit of a frustration for me. Obviously, headshots is what I do. It's my profession. It's pretty much all I do. I'm a specialist in headshots. So when somebody comes to get their corporate headshot, their acting headshot, or their modeling headshot, they often will think about some peripheral things, but they won't actually think about the most important thing. Now, the most important thing is their potential clients. Now, if you're a lawyer, your corporate headshot is not really about you. It's about your potential clients looking at you and getting a vibe from you. Now, one of the challenges that I have and that most people have is that most people have never been taught how to be photographed. It's like most things. It's a skill-based activity. So it's like driving a car or riding a bike. Now, most people get taught how to do these things. Now, the extent of most people's education in being photographed is getting told to smile. Now, I'll give you a big tip straight off the bat. If your photographer is if that's the best they can do is to stand you up against a wall and tell you to smile, you're using the wrong photographer, and you need to get the hell out of that studio or get out of that beach or get away from that photographer, because all they are doing is going to reinforce the loop that most people have going around in their brain, and that is, I hate having my photograph taken, I always look like crap, and I'm not photogenic. Now, my core belief is that being photogenic is teachable. It's a skill that you can learn, and it's just having a basic understanding of what's happening here. Now, there's only three things on your face that you can move that will change your expression, which will convey a message to your potential clients: your mouth, your eyes, and your eyebrows. Once you understand how to manipulate those three things, you can pretty much make any expression you like. So it's about two major facets. One is getting your head in the right position, and that gives you a nice chiseled jawline. Yeah, get your eyes right and your mouth right. So all of those things will contribute to putting your best face forward for your potential clients. Now, people will often think about their logo. Imagine people getting their logo designed for their website or for their business or their business card. They'll start thinking about the color, and they'll think about the font, and they'll think about, the space between each letters, and they'll think about all this kind of stuff going to their logo. But they don't think about anything when they come in to get their headshot done. They might get their hair done, and they might put on a nice shirt, but that's about it. They don't actually think about their potential client and what their potential client is wanting to see. Now, you think about it. Let's talk about the idea of being a lawyer. Now, if you're looking for a lawyer and you're looking at LinkedIn, let's imagine that someone smashes into your car and you're looking for a lawyer on LinkedIn. See, you're not going through LinkedIn looking for the smiliest lawyer or the cutest lawyer or the prettiest or the most handsome or the youngest. What you are looking for is the best lawyer. Now, what does the best lawyer look like? Well, it depends. It probably depends a little bit on your potential client's personality and their willingness to sort of understand what it is that's happened to them and the severity of their issue or whatever, the reason why they're contacting a lawyer in the first place. Yeah. So a lawyer needs to look like they have the potential to be a really, really good lawyer, because people are not going to move from your headshot to your profile information unless you look like you have the potential to be a good lawyer. If you're just looking like a big fake smile person, then they're probably not going to move on to the next stage, which is read your profile, text me, visit my website, email, ring me, whatever it might be, whatever your call to action is. So you really, really need to give some thought. And it doesn't matter what profession you're in, you need to give some thought about what your potential clients might want to see here when you're doing a portrait or you're doing a corporate headshot or even an acting or even a modeling headshot. You need to give some thought to your potential clients. Now, I often tell the story about a young model I had in here a couple of years ago, and she'd been modeling since she was 16, and she was beautiful, and I think she was third runner-up Miss Universe or something, and quite a beautiful looking girl, but she was a little bit frustrated because she couldn't get the big jobs, the cliniques and all those types of things, the big jobs coming out of Sydney for the big money. Now, she's certainly good looking enough, but she had a bit of a problem. One of her eyes was bigger than the other. Now, 86% of people have one eye bigger than the other. That's not unusual, yeah? So she had one eye bigger than the other. Now, when she took a photo, when she delivered her photo, you could see the one eye that's bigger than the other. Now, had she had photographers that understood a little bit more about people's faces, then she would have been able to have a photographer say, hey, listen, your left eye is a little bit bigger than your right eye. What you need to do is to squint one more than the other and even them up and eliminate that problem, so that when her image was delivered to the casting directors and to the modelling agencies that were putting forward models for those big jobs, she wasn't missing out just because she had one eye bigger than the other. She was able to fix it. So that's just a brief example of something that I deal with on a daily basis. But people don't give enough thought to what they're trying to say with their face. How do I want to look? Do I want to look confident? Do I want to look capable? Do I want to look just smiley and happy? Do I want to look young? Do I want to look sexy? There's all those things to think about. They don't give it enough thought. So hopefully that's food for thought for you guys to think about what you're saying with your corporate headshot. If you're using a photographer and all they can do is stand you up against a wall and tell you to smile, then you're probably using the wrong photographer. Now, if you're a photographer and that's all you're doing, maybe you need to go to a little bit of school and work out and understand people's faces, understand their bigger eye. Lots of people have a bigger eye. Lots of people smile out of one side of their mouth first. Lots of people have double chins. If you don't know how to effectively get rid of someone's double chin, and it's not in Photoshop, and it's not by doing this, if you don't know how to rectify those types of little things, well then people are going to continually look a little bit crappy in your photograph. So as a photographer, you need to understand this stuff. As a potential client, you need to understand this stuff. If you're going to a photographer and all they can do is stand you up against a wall and tell you to smile, you're probably using the wrong photographer. Okay, that's all you get. Thanks for watching. I'm Brad from the Headshot Guys. See you later.